Hi everybody, I am Laura and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be one of those days where I have a little bit of a mess on my bead mat. I haven't sat down in front of my bead mat since probably Friday. We are going to get into some beads that have not been visited for quite some time, and I don't know which tray to even start with. I think we're just going to open, look and see what we have. Oh, I'm sorry. I discombobulated y'all. And we're just going to start making some jewelry. Ooh, I may have an idea for those. Ooh, I still have these to work with too. Where's the other one? Him. I really wanted to do earrings with those. We'll get an earring project out. How about that? Fun, simple, quick. Oh, we still have these little matte guys. Do I want to do those? Nope, they don't look right. Do I want to use these? No. Definitely not. I think we're going to use some of these if I can get them up out of there. We just got to plan which ones, because I have a bunch that are loose. Let's see. Definitely want some green. I think we'll just go green and yellow. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing up there. So let's pull a green. Because there's my other one. A yellow. Do kind of like that. I also have this bright little crystal yellow. So we have 4. We have some bead caps down in here. Little flower bead caps. Let's get a couple of those out. I think we're going to need them on the bottom of that bead. Let's make some earrings, guys. That'll be today's video. Short and sweet. And then maybe we'll revisit and make a bracelet. Or we'll just get it out and make a bracelet that'll kind of be matchy-matchy. Kind of sisterlings kind of thing. Well, I think that'll be nice. Do kind of like that. And then let's get some of these loose ones up here, because they're already off the string. I think I want to put like green ones on the outside, like so. Okay, let's do a bracelet and some earrings. Simple bead stringing. Very easy. And I don't think... Oh, let's get one of these little beads to put on the bracelet. There we go. Do I want to put any purple in there to break that colors up? Nope, I don't. All right, we have today's project all lined up. All right, so here's for the earrings. We're just going to get the items set aside for the earrings so I don't forget that I need them. I need 2 of each. Well, I know I laid them out there. There's 2 of each, and we're going to set them aside. And here's what we're going to use for the bracelet. We're going to put a bee in between. I kind of want this green, like so. I like that green next to those little flowers. And then we'll just kind of put some, like, different colors. Get that one out of there. We'll scoot some more beads off. I kind of want to use some of these opaque. We have a lot of clears and all that still on the strand. So I went on a little day off. Yesterday went to Stockton Lake. Enjoyed some time on the water, and had a moment to just reset, and it was greatly needed. Just sitting out on the water and enjoying, you know, just not doing anything, basically. Stopped at a grocery store that's local out there called Woods, and we just grabbed a sandwich to share, and that's pretty much what we did. And I think we're gonna put a yellow there and do like that. Yeah, so it was really nice just to get away. You know, no stress, no worries or anything. I kind of want to make this like not real long. I used to all the time sit out and get sun, get a tan, and enjoy the weather, but I don't do that nearly as much as I used to. I have some of these out, so I'm going to use them like that. And then I need a bigger one to loop into. Actually, I need one. And, you know, it just felt really good to be out and enjoy being around nothingness, if that makes sense. And I think I'll go with the gold. Got some gold beading wire. And, you know, being a Sunday, wasn't sure what the situation was going to be with people. It was actually pretty calm. There was one bunch of family that were there, and then a bunch of adults that were just out there parking alongside of each other, and everybody was just enjoying, you know, being out on the lake and being, you know, in the water. So we have a couple of those, and we'll grab some of the crimp tubes. I did make an order. I did not get the companion bundle. It just did not speak to me. I know that probably sounds crazy, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I have, you know, fall colors on the brain, and that is kind of, and normally I would have been, yay, GGCs, and I looked at her colors and I was like, Looks like spring. I really wanted to see the oranges, you know, the burnt oranges, the reds, you know, that red color from the leaves of the tree, you know, that, you know, more autumn, pumpkiny, spicy, you know, that you see from the fall trees and the fall flower colors. So we're putting on our clamshell, squeeze, flattening down our crimp tube, doing a tug test. It's tight, so I'm going to close the crimp. I'm going to give it a little bit of squeeze, and then we're going to tighten that down. And I guess that's kind of what I was looking for, and it just wasn't there for me. You know, maybe I want to add just a little couple of more beads, because I'm just afraid that's not going to be 6 inches, because I have this really spaced out down here. And I know I can always add a, you know, extender. And I want this to be somewhere around 7 inches when I'm done. And I'm adding a little more than an inch of between the jump rings and the clasp and these here. But when I put this all together, these are not the same distance here as then when I stand them up. And I'll show you that here in a minute when I get this all together. But yeah, that's what I've been looking for, and it's like everyone, you know, the boxes have all been like very much look like spring, and I'm like, no, I want fall colors. So I did, you know, look at Lima beads. Nobody has really fall colors out. And I'm like, what is going on? You know, here we are, the middle of August, and everybody's still focused on beach and like spring and summer colors. And I'm like, do you all like forget that, you know, we're not, I'm ready for the goldenrod, you know, the yellow from the poplar trees, and you know, that deep dark from some of the maple trees. I mean, their leaves are such a dark red. You know, there is such a variety of colors of leaves, and that's what I was looking for. He's kind of odd shaped the way he's drilled, so I'm going to put a different one on. And I really couldn't find what I wanted, so I didn't get a treasure bag, sadly, but that's okay. So even after putting them on and adding that, I'm only at 5 1/4 inches. So, all right, so 5 1/4 inches. When I add this, I'm going to have a jump ring, and that's how much am I adding? Ah, those magnetic things. I'm only adding just over an inch, so it'll be 6 1/4 inches. Okay. So, and it is kind of a young lady bracelet. You know what? I think I'm going to add one more bead, but I'm going to put him down here at the end. Nothing says that he has to be in the middle, right? We'll add one more bead, make him face the other way. And that should give us at least 6 1/2 inches. And, oh, you know, I want one of these dark brown ones. Here we go. Perfect. I love it. There we go. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at that. That is great. I love it. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and close this off. We're going to put this on. Drop it down. I'm going to open that up so I can get in there with my pliers. I'm going to put our clamshell on. But what I'm going to do is the beads that come in. This is my crimp tube, and I think he may be closed up. Let's see. I have some that just, you know, sometimes they're not very good. But I'm going to make sure everything is down in there. So I think when I go through my beads, I will set aside what looks like fall colors, and I'll just make my own little mixture of beads for fall. And I'm hoping when Bargain Bead Box comes in, I'm just reaching in there and just smushing down that little crimp tube, just like that. Smushy smush. Make sure he's in there tight. Give it a tug. It's on there, and we're going to take off this excess. Just like that. I'm going to close it. Because I really, really, really want something fall. I want pumpkins. I want something that looks like, you know, somebody just made a pumpkin roll with that creamy color, the marshmallow look, you know. So we put our jump ring through our loops there. We're going to put our lobster claw, and we're going to close that. I could have also used a smaller jump ring, and that would have given us less room to have to cover, or used a jump ring, small jump ring and a bigger jump ring. Any way that you want to go to add or reduce length, you can do it with jump rings. So I'm putting my other jump ring here, and closing that, and I'll show you the length. And it should be somewhere around 7 to 7 1/4. just under 7. So it is 6 3/4, which is perfect. I was hoping it wasn't 7. I was trying to stay away from that 7 because a lot of women have small wrists. I have a 7 1/4 inch wrist and I have fat wrist. Now, if somebody was to want this, I have 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch extenders for necklaces and bracelets that I keep on hand. So a 6 3/4 inch bracelet is perfect because I can give them extenders. I don't put the extenders on anymore because the person purchasing it may not need an extender or want one. So let's do the earrings. So we have these pretty little beads here with the flowers on them. And then we're going to decide how we want to do this. We know we're going to need this because we're going to use head pins. And we don't want them to fall through. And I think we're going to put the bright yellow underneath. No, we'll put the bright yellow at the top. We'll put these underneath. Like so. Let's see how that looks. And you know, you can do this however you want. I just picked these colors. Kind of don't like him on there. It looks funky. So let's just go do this. That looks better. And then we'll see how this looks. No. Let's go ahead and put this here and see. Maybe underneath. We're just going to play and see what looks right. And go for it. I think the bead underneath is just way too big. Let me see what I can find to put underneath there. Let's see. I think I will use, if I can find the end of it, these little purple beads. I think that would be perfect. I think they would be just what we need. There we are. Should we go with? Oh no, no. Do we want a green one on top? And then we're going to dangle yellow, green, this is my kind of vision here. I'm just thinking out loud. I actually think, we may not use all those beads after all. Oh, that looks terrible. How does it look with just this yellowish brown one up there? I kind of like it. Let's just do that. All that other looked horrible. So we're just going to go with that. I may use, and yes, I'm mixing metals. We may go ahead and do that. And him, if I can get a hold of him. We'll see. Kind of like that. And he is going to sit kind of Willy Wonka's because he is a funny shaped bead. I like the way he looks like that. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go with this. And I'm going to need to get out 2 more bead caps. I know there's some people that don't like that I change my mind. I say some. There was a lady that was like, you should know what you're doing before you sit down to bead. I'm like, well, that's part of being someone that makes jewelry, is you change your mind and you redesign as you go. So I do my head pins a little differently. I'm going to go about there to make my loop and cut off that excess. Grab my needle nose pliers. I'm going to go right about here and I'm going to start turning. I'm going to let go and I'm going to turn again and just roll that down. And I have a loop that looks like that. I'm going to get back a hold of him. I'm going to put my pliers in there and I'm going to turn so that he's more like a shepherd's hook now. And then I can bring him close. When I put him on his ear wires, I will close him up with the pliers. So again, about that much. And again, about there on the pliers. Roll, release, and continue to roll. Come back here. Roll it back. Got him kind of wonky sideways. And then close him up. Ear wires. I'm just going to use these from BB Craft. I'm going to get out 2 of them. I never know for sure which way to put these, but thankfully these don't matter because they move around. So we're going to grab a hold of this and we're going to swing it open just like a jump ring. We're going to put our ear wire on and we're going to close it up. And we're going to make sure that it goes closed all the way, just like closing a jump ring, so that he's closed shut. And we're going to do the same with the other one. Open by twisting, putting it on, and then closing it up. Of course, you got to make sure your beads stay down out of your way, your ear wire stays out of your way. There we go. And there is our earrings to go with our bracelet. There we go. They're not matching, they're sisterlings. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, guys.